Today, here in Chicago, I got to meet our 4 Special Olympics ambassadors in person. Wonderful people who are doing great things to take care of our customers, even during the coronavirus pandemic.
The Inclusion Revolution is a campaign that Special Olympics started, and it's really about showcasing our abilities and what we're able to do.
It's not just working here, you're also learning here.
For me, getting better is working with other people, meeting different guests, and helping with my own social skill, how to talk to strangers.
Communication is my biggest struggle, but it's also my biggest passion. And that confidence that I've gained from working here at United, it's given me a lot of courage.
We talk at United a lot about making connections, and they've really made connections not only with our customers but their teammates. Not only can we help them grow as individuals, but they can help us grow also.
I feel like I have positive experiences every single day.
You have your regular family at home, and then you got your United family.
At Gallagher, our focus is community. As your community insurance broker and consultant, Gallagher's purpose is to help you move forward with confidence, to help your business, your employees, and your community through every challenge you face. So whether your doors never closed or you're looking to return and rebuild, our focus remains where it's always been, on you and your community, because that's what it means to build confidence together.
You guys are live.
All right.
You're watching Meet the Inspired Show with Special Chronicles.
And Live with Jose TV.
This is Daniel Smrokowski. I'm one of your co-hosts, and I'm the founder of Special Chronicles, Special Olympics Southern Tribal International Global Wrestling Show, and Special Olympics Illinois Athlete Leader.
My name is Jose Moreno. I'm one of your other co-hosts and founder of Live with Jose TV and Special Olympics Law Enforcement Torturing Liaison and Special Olympics Illinois Athlete Leader.
Welcome to the Meet the Inspired Show. On this week's live episode, we're combining our podcast shows.
And the broadcast live from Special Olympics Illinois 2022 Summer Games.
SpecialChronicles.com for links to follow Special Chronicles on social media, and be sure to also subscribe, rate, and review Special Chronicles podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to also subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Sign up for our newsletter to receive exclusive bonus content. SpecialChronicles.com for links to subscribe and follow.
Our first guest today is Diane Vandercoy, the Illinois State Police retired. So I have a question for you today. It's would you rather live in a treehouse or in a cave for a year, and why?
I love both places, but I would say a cave, because a cave can either be warm when it's cold outside, and it can be cool when it's hot outside. And I think you can store food better in it where other animals can't get to, because you can block off one entrance. And then the treehouse has probably many entrances and vulnerability and stuff like that. So I would say cave.
And Diane, we just came off of the 2022 USA Games and you took part in the final leg of the coach run down in Orlando.
I did.
So tell us what's the best part of being support staff for the final leg at the 2022 USA Games?
I think it was being a part of the leadership group that was made sure that our teams, our other officers that were running, had the best experience possible. Because I've been a team runner, like Dennis Walker was, where I had a great time. But now as a team leader of one of the teams, just making sure my officers and my athlete that was running with us, Izzy Vihala, shout out to her, Izzy, and she just keeping them in a position where they're actually able to experience the whole run and everything that was happening.
Okay. So our next question is, how did you get hired for the Illinois State Police?
It was back, I was playing basketball in a women's basketball league, and I was a school teacher, a phys ed teacher, and I got my master's and hoping to be a principal or athletic director, and that wasn't happening. So this gal, after a game we were playing, she goes, well, why don't you come on the state police? We need more gals that are leaders. And I'm just like, I put in my name, and 3 months later I was at the state police academy.
Awesome.
So I've been 27 and a half years, and I just retired in 2017. Thank you.
Thank you. And you've been involved in the law enforcement coach run for a while. So how did you get involved in being involved in the law enforcement coach run, and what do you enjoy about it?
I knew about Special Olympics through being a phys ed teacher, because I was an adaptive PE teacher. But then when I became a law enforcement officer, a state trooper, our district was very involved. And it was right when Illinois was hosting an international conference in Oak Brook. And so I went to that conference with a couple other troopers, and that's how I started and been a part of it. We went to summer games together, and I would do the medaling as a young trooper. And that was back in 1990. In the 90s, so it's been a while.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So my next question for you: how did you get involved in coaching with Special Olympics?
Great. There was a mom for the Chatham Chargers that had started them, and they were about 15 to 16 athletes strong. And then they decided they needed to move to Pennsylvania, and actually Hannah McNeese was at the USA Games participating in basketball, so I got to see her again. And she said, well, when I retire from the state police, would you be wanting to take over the team, because we're going to be moving on to state? I'm like, of course I would. But little did I know what's involved, but it is the best challenge and the best ride I've ever been on. So we got athletes here today participating with the Chatham Chargers. So after this interview, I'm going to head over there and help a lot of them out.
So a final question, unless we've got some other questions. Would you have other questions? We'll see.
No, you can finish with that.
Okay. So would you rather give up your cell phone for a month or bathing for a month?
Bathing. That's a gimme. Yes. I'm just good to be clean and nut. The cell phone can save. I'd rather bathing. That's a good question. That's a funny one.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is. We've been talking with Diane Vandercoy from the Law Enforcement Coach One. Thanks for
Thanks for
coming on
having me, guys.
Meet
You
Me
guys
Inspired.
are great. And I do have to say, your shirts look amazing, and your backdrop is amazing.
Thank you.
Very professional. Thanks for everything you guys do for all our athletes. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Well, enjoy your summer games.
Enjoy summer games.
All right, I'm heading out.
So next up we'll be shortly putting it on.
Well, next up will be George. He was gonna ask me
George,
questions on Live with Jose TV.
We'll be switching around the microphone, and I might throw in a question or two, but we'll let George. You wanna introduce yourself to all of our
Hello, everybody in the world out there on the internet. I'm Officer George Peterson with the Oak Brook Police Department. I'm also on the state committee for the Illinois Law Enforcement Torch Run.
And this is the part. This is the part of the show where you get a chance to actually turn the microphone around and ask Jose any.
Ooh, I get to ask the questions now. All right.
So we'll pass the script to you and.
All right. So that's good, right?
No, down there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jose, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Would you rather eat only pizza for a year or not eat any pizza for 5 years?
Eat pizza for a year.
All right. What kind of pizza?
Well, I like any type of pizza. So it could be pepperoni, vegetables, mix.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't like vegetables.
What about yourself?
I like pepperoni. Pepperoni and sausage, I think, are my favorite.
Where from?
My favorite is Giordano's.
Giordano's?
Yeah, and then there's a place where I live called Fat Ricky's, which is it's close to Giordano's. But how about you guys?
Oh, I like Illuminati's a lot.
Oh,
yeah, I have to say.
Yeah, the deep dish one or the thin crust from there?
I tried both.
Yeah.
So, I like the thin crust.
Yeah.
I like the deep dish.
All right. How about, would you rather fall down in public or pass gas in public?
That's a good question. Maybe I'll pass gas because those are silent.
Okay.
Falling down, you don't know who's gonna see you in public.
Yeah, that's true. Or smell you in public.
Or smell you in public. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Now, if you did it now, all of you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
that is true.
I mean, that would be a cool trick.
We might.
That's that 4D, right? Where
Yeah.
you get the...
4D, yeah.
All right, I got one more question. Are you ready? Would you rather eat chocolate on pizza or never eat chocolate ever again?
Never eat chocolate, never again.
What if you make it like a dessert pizza?
Well,
Like a s'mores pizza, and then you can put chocolate in it.
then I would have it for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Just hook up the chocolate to my veins.
There you go. I love chocolate too.
So now I'll turn the questions out to you. So, how did you get started with the Oak Brook Police Department?
So in 2011, my job tasks changed, and part of my job was to take part in organize the Special Olympics and the Law Enforcement Torch Run for our agency. Before I got started, we really just sold the merchandise, the t-shirts and the hats and the Harley tickets. And then when I took over, we actually started running events like a golf outing and the Tip of Cops and Cop on a Rooftop with Duncan. So once I took over, it kind of skyrocketed and we brought some people in, and now we really do a good job as an agency altogether.
Daniel, do you have any questions?
What's your favorite? You've been involved with the Torch Run for a while. So what's your favorite part of the Torch Run or being here at the Summer Games?
I would definitely say the relationships with the athletes that I've built up. Instead of just going and being at the events, to actually interact with athletes like yourself, sitting in this podcast, doing all this great interview questions, like passing gas in public. And just being able to see the athletes recognize us as law enforcement, and for us to recognize the athletes and just build those relationships and friendships. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you.
I
It
hope
was
you
an
liked
honor.
it, and I hope you are a returning guest.
You got it. Anytime. Let me know.
That's good.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right.
So next up,
Next up is Dennis Walker from the Algonquin Police Department.
Hey guys.
Welcome, Dennis, to meet the Inspired Show.
Nice to meet you and see you guys again. Meet you. I've already known you guys for years.
Yeah.
All right. My first question for you
It'll
is,
be a fun question.
yeah, it's a fun question. Would you rather spend a week in a forest or a night in a real haunted house?
Definitely in a forest. I'm definitely afraid of haunted houses. I want nothing to do with that. I can fight crime, but I don't want to fight ghosts.
So, Dennis, we just came off of the 2022 USA Games down in Orlando. Tell us about how your adventures were down at the 2022 USA Games.
Oh, they were unbelievable. You know, I've been doing this. I've been an officer for 25 years, and I've been doing Special Olympics probably for about 22 of those 25. And I've been lucky enough to hang out with all the good people in Illinois, and now I got to see all the good people associated with Special Olympics and the torch run and the athletes from around the country. It's the greatest experience I've ever had in my life.
All right, my question for you: what's your favorite torch run? What's the favorite part of torch run final leg that you liked?
Well, I like the food. We got fed a lot. We got everywhere we went. Every city was really good to us, and they fed us. But again, the people. You know, I met an athlete in Georgia, Karen, and her and I had a great connection. And we, I did the splits with her, or tried to do the splits the best I could. It's pretty cool. It was pretty dangerous for me. I'm a little out of shape, but
And then after the splits, you did a backflip, right?
No backflips. No backflips. But no, that you know, just the relationship. It's all about meeting great people. You know.
And how long have you been involved with the police department and what do you do there?
Okay, so I'm currently a deputy chief of the Algonquin Police Department, but I've been a police officer for now 25 years total, and I've been doing Special Olympics activities with the police department for about 22 years. But I've got a pretty cool story that when I was a kid and I was in elementary school, there was an athlete on my block that was a friend of mine. His name was Sammy, and Sammy competed in the spring games, and my mom would take me out of school when I was 10 years old and take me to his events. And so it goes back to all the way when I was 10 years old, which was, you know, more than a couple of years ago.
Awesome.
So, I have one more for you. How did you get involved with the LETR?
So my past chief, Russ Lane, he was very active. In fact, you guys know that he just recently was inducted into the first
Torch Run Hall of Fame. This past weekend, correct?
Yeah. So my police department has been active with Torch Run for, you know, pretty much since the inception in Illinois. And from Chief Lane now to Chief Bucci, we've had a very active role, and we've always been involved between the administration and our officers. You know, we have our hands on the paint squad here today, you know, and we're putting the handprints on the squad, and all of our guys just love the interaction.
So I have a question. So you had that squad car here. Do police officers actually ride it, like around town?
Oh yeah. We'll leave the paint on as long as we think it's not going to be permanent, and then we got to wash it off.
So the final question for this segment is a fun question.
Okay.
Would you rather have Danny DeVito or Danny Trejo play you in a movie?
Oh, Danny DeVito. I think that'd be hilarious.
I think he'll be a good actor as you.
I think so. That or Matthew Perry. I get that all day. We're kind of twins, so.
Thanks for coming on the Meet the Inspired Show.
No problem, guys. Thanks for doing it. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's always fun. See you guys.
Thanks. Take care.
Hey guys, I got Katie coming.
Okay. And are we going to have somebody go in the
unfortunately, I have to leave. I have to leave because I have bocce ball practice, or bocce ball tournament going on right now. So, Daniel, you're going to have to take over.
Take over? Okay.
Yes.
So, we'll still bring on some more
Yes.
guests. Like,
we have Katie up coming right now.
We have Katie coming up right now. And
Make it tailored. No, you can book it.
and yeah, and we'll see if we can bring up Dave. Show
It's all right. We just need about 20 minutes to get there. So we have to make sure you're there.
Okay, with Wyndham.
Yeah. With random questions.
Random questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, guys, I have to go.
Oh, me too.
But Daniel's taking over the show.
Yeah. So Katie will be coming up shortly.
She's actually right here. So you can
Yeah.
see her here.
Katie's next up. Alright, and then you're gonna have a seat in this chair here.
Everyone, wish me good luck.
Yeah.
You should have her sit next to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can sit right there. Sorry, I have to go to the... So, welcome Katie to the Meet the Inspired show.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to begin with, so usually Jose and I would go back and forth, but since he's off in Bachi, we'll change things up. We're going to start with a fun question.
Okay.
Would you rather have, would you rather live in a peaceful life in a small cabin in the woods, or drama-filled life in a mansion?
Oh, peaceful life in a cabin. 100%, hands down. That sounds really nice.
So, you've been involved in, we've got a lot of stuff happening around the booth. Tell us about your role in the development in Special
Well, I've been really privileged to do a position of development focus with the law enforcement torch run for the last 10 years. And my job is to work with these incredible law enforcement officers who come out to support the athletes and their families. So I'm one of the liaisons for them as they do their fundraisers and as they do their events.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So next is a fun question. What is your favorite musical instrument
To play. I'm not musically inclined at all. But when I was a kid, I learned to play piano, and it didn't stick with me at all, unfortunately. So I would say piano. I wish I knew it better.
What other positions did you do in Special Olympics?
When I started at Special Olympics almost 20 years ago, I can't believe it, I was an area director. And I got to do sports and competitions, I got to do fundraisers, and I learned so much my first few years. And now I've been with the law enforcement for a while, and I've learned a lot from them too. So I've been really fortunate to get to do a couple different jobs at Special Olympics. Yeah.
One of the events you've done is the flame pole. Right?
Yes.
And what? Tell us about the flame pole, and would you ever pull the
Yes, and I believe you've done it before, right,
yeah,
Daniel?
yeah.
Okay,
I've
so
done it before.
plane pole is so much fun. And we actually have a couple of plane pole events, but the one in O'Hare is like our original plane pole, and it's just fun to get a group of people together to pull the rope and see how the group ends up. There's a lot of fun things for people to do there, families. We have just a lot going on at plane pole, but it's been a great fundraiser that's really brought in a lot of revenue and brought a lot of people to the event and to Special Olympics. So looking forward to being back there in the fall.
Awesome. Yeah. Looking forward to that's always a fun event. The final question is we'll conclude with another fun question.
Okay.
Would you rather never eat Christmas cookies ever again, or never eat Halloween candy?
Oh my gosh, this is so hard because I love both of them equally. I guess I would have to say Christmas cookies. I would have to say never eat Christmas cookies again. But that's painful because I really love both. Can I say both?
Yeah.
That's my answer.
We will let you decide. Yeah. You know, so
That sounds really good right now.
yeah. Both sound really good right now.
They do.
Yeah. So we've been talking with Katie from the development team at Special Olympics Illinois. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Hi. Hi. Thanks. So, bring on the next guest. Hi. We're actually live right now.
Live?
Yeah. We're live.
You can be on TV, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're live. Do we have Dave up? I don't know who. Dave Green. CEO. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if we can bring on Dave. And let's see. We'll see who we can bring on next. Dave Green, our president and CEO, should be around here somewhere. And let's see who else we bring on. And I think we might try to bring on Z as well. All assistants all. I don't know where everybody is. You know what? Okay. Dave was around here. Dave Green was around here. We'll bring. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the first few guests that we have had, and we will. I don't know. Should I text him since we're still live?
Just go ahead. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. So let's see if I can find on the phone here. And so as we try to bring on our next guest, I'll try to fill in some of the dead air.
Today, here in Chicago, I got to meet our 4 Special Olympics ambassadors in person. Wonderful people who are doing great things to take care of our customers, even during the coronavirus pandemic.
The Inclusion Revolution is a campaign that Special Olympics started, and it's really about showcasing our abilities and what we're able to do.
It's not just working here, you're also learning here.
For me, getting better is working with other people, meeting different guests, and helping with my own social skill, how to talk to strangers.
Communication is my biggest struggle, but it's also my biggest passion. And that confidence that I've gained from working here at United, it's given me a lot of courage.
We talk at United a lot about making connections. And they've really made connections, not only with our customers, but their teammates. Not only can we help them grow as individuals, but they can help us grow also.
I feel like I have positive experiences every single day.
You have your regular family at home, and then you got your United family.
Special Olympics Illinois families and athletes. My name is Michael Frericks, and I'm your elected Illinois State Treasurer. My office leads the Illinois ABLE program, and we are proud to partner with Special Olympics Illinois as the official Families Network partner. Through the Illinois ABLE program, Special Olympians and their families can open savings and investment accounts to save for disability expenses while preserving benefits such as SSI and Medicaid. Just as Special Olympians can grow and achieve greater independence through sports, they can also grow and achieve greater financial independence through Illinois ABLE accounts. No matter what sport you play, Illinois ABLE and the Treasurer's Office team are here to champion Special Olympians and their families as they race to the finish line of greater financial security. Visit us anytime at illinoisable.com. I hope to see you on the field or court sometime very soon.
For more than a century, we've been delivering freshness. It's what we know, what we love, what we guarantee. With USDA choice meat and fresh seafood from around the world, produce picked locally at the peak of perfection, and baked goods made daily. Freshness is a way of life for our in-store butchers, cake decorators, and floral designers. Ever since opening our doors in 1899, we've been proud to be a part of your dinner table. Then, now, and always. Fresh to your family from Jewel Osco.
At Gallagher, our focus is community. As your community insurance broker and consultant, Gallagher's purpose is to help you move forward with confidence, to help your business, your employees, and your community through every challenge you face. So whether your doors never closed or you're looking to return and rebuild, our focus remains where it's always been, on you and your community, because that's what it means to build confidence together.
Are we live? We're still live? Yeah. All right. So our next guest we'll bring on is Z and Lito. So welcome Z to the BP Inspired Show.
Thank you for having me.
First is a fun question. Would you rather have coffee for a year or give up eating anything that was cooked in the oven?
I don't know. I guess coffee because I don't drink coffee.
Good answer. So, here at Liquor Town, you have so tell us what's your favorite thing about your some of the things that you create and sell?
So I create custom-made keychains, a charm, and earrings out of oven-baked clay.
Awesome. What do you enjoy about your job?
I just like creative stuff. So anything that involves making stuff with my hands, I love.
So and here at Olympic Town at summer games, you're selling your items. You also sell at other places online.
Yeah, I mostly sell at the booth. Sometimes online, but I like doing it at the booth.
And you get to meet a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So in addition to, I saw you also look at United Airlines as service ambassador. So what, first, what do you enjoy about working at United?
I guess just learning good life skills
Yeah.
at United.
Yeah. Is there anything that you learned from this is all go to you working there, right? So what have you learned working at
I learned that you have to have a lot of patience at United and multitasking, a lot of multitasking.
yeah. Because there's a lot of people that come into the airport, right? And we interact with a lot of nice people, but then some people might be in a hurry, right?
Yeah.
So the final question, well, we have two final questions. The first is, we'll conclude with a fun question, but first, where can our viewers learn more about Just See if they want to see some of the
So you can just go to justzee.org.
And the final question was just like we began with a fun question, we'll conclude with another fun question. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
Oh, 20 minutes early. I hate being late.
Yeah. And I'm sure even like at work you arrive early too, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you're always on time. So we'll be talking with Steve, or athlete leader and owner of Just See. Thanks for coming on the PP Inspired Show.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you. So that was it. And so I think we're gonna have one final guest. If we check the phone here, see if Dave has texted us, and no. So we'll try to fill in the last few minutes. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the interviews and that we have had on, and we'll see if we bring on another. Whoa! Notes down there. We'll see if we can bring on any other. One final. See if we can text Dave again and see if he is still able to come on. Still able to wrap and just start on text here, and we'll see if we can bring on another. Suppose we don't have another commercial break too. Good enough? Oh wait, Dave is coming on, and so Dave will be our final guest on Meet the Inspired Show. So we'll see. There's a dunk tank that is next to our broadcast booth here. He's more ice here. Okay, so you're gonna be our final.
Keep bumping me, Daniel.
I know.
I'm taking it personally
I know.
here.
You're gonna be our final guest,
Oh,
and
all right.
we're still live.
Oh, at least they got that on camera.
Yes.
Yeah, we had some issues at the office, power outage. So. Where you want?
This show.
This one.
This one, yeah. Okay. We'll move the microphone.
So what was it? You guys are a double team?
No. Jose had to go over to boxing.
Okay, how's
so,
it going?
Good. So we're going to. We've got some fun questions and some. Yes. Well, hopefully not that hard. So let's begin. And first, yeah. So first tell us. First, introduce yourself to all of our viewers.
Hi everybody, it's Dave Green, President and CEO of Special Olympics Illinois.
And we'll begin with a fun question. Would you rather take amazing selfies but look terrible in all other photos, or be photogenic everywhere but in your selfies?
I think I'd rather be photogenic everywhere but in myself.
Awesome. And since that question with all our selfies, and since we're live, we'll take a selfie on air.
We've taken many of these, haven't we?
Yeah, and even with the Guinness. Okay, so.
Not supposed to tell our secrets.
Oh, did I say that on air?
Yeah, you did.
Are we still live? Are we still live? All right. So, what's your best memory of Special Olympics Illinois? Because some people know next year you'll be retired. So, what's your best memory of Special Olympics?
You know, it's really tough. I can't think of one best memory. I think about all the stuff you guys have done as athlete leaders is probably one of my favorite things that's happened. Seeing you prosper in your job, seeing how much you've grown over the last number of years that I've known you. Those are really the culminations of things. I wish I could pick one, but I can't. It's just a lot of people seeing the adversity and the obstacles they overcome and doing it with a great attitude. I'll think about it though. But boy, one is really hard after 35 years.
Yeah. I'm still thinking just one. So what made you work for people with disabilities?
Probably what I said earlier. One of the first memories I have is I worked in college at SOAR, which is a local program here in Bloomington Normal, and one of the guys, his attitude was just absolutely incredible, and he probably had nothing to be happy about. I just said, if somebody has that much courage and such a great attitude with what they're faced with, I want to stay with them. I want to be a part of it.
Awesome. So, as we kind of did with some of the stuff that we did in Dublin, and we won't. If you're just tuning in, we won't repeat that part. But we took part in the Unified Leadership workshop. So what did you learn in doing our trip to Dublin?
Well, I learned that you're a really good interviewer. And what I learned is I learned a lot from you about, hey, if you set a goal, you're going to go get it. And I could not be more proud of you for the things that you've done even yesterday when you did the board orientation by yourself. You don't need us. But you just did a super job. And I think that's what I learned is a lot of these individuals are dealing with a lot of things that in the United States we're very blessed, we're very lucky. But to see them have the attitude about going back to their countries and making change or affecting change, that's the thing that I left with. But really it was you setting some goals and you went out and achieved them from day one when you got here.
Yeah. I didn't waste any time when we got back to get those projects done, because I knew how important it was to, so hopefully other athlete leaders can see the goals that I set, and then hopefully they can kind of follow
cool is the thing that you did, it will live on forever. You may tweak it, but now we can start to educate foundation board members and other board members in other states and other countries.
Awesome. So next, what's the most creative thing that you have done?
You know, I don't look at it like I'm responsible for any one thing. It takes a team. But I think one of the things that I guess most proud of that was creative, it didn't start out well, but it's really become a worldwide thing, is MedFest. You know, we conducted MedFest at the United Center, and it took a village, but it was probably one of those things where I just always felt like we could do something like this and then it can be replicated throughout the world.
Awesome. What would you rather have? It's another kind of fun question, but would you rather have tea with Mary Davis or a beer with Tim Trump? Hopefully they'll tune in to this.
Wow, that's a really hard pitch in trouble kind of question. You know, I've got to pick a brain. Huh? You're not gonna let me get out of this one.
No. You could pick both, but yeah.
I'll be honest. I'd rather have Guinness with Daniel Smrokowski. How about that?
Yeah.
And I would love to have tea and beer with both of them.
With both of them. Okay.
I would rather have Guinness with Daniel.
Okay.
Any day of the week.
2 or 3, like we had in.
Oh,
I know.
There you go again.
We didn't have any. We didn't have any.
Hey, the best meetings happen in the pubs, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
We didn't get crazy.
No.
We just had a couple of beers.
Yeah,
like
we just
friends.
had a couple. Yeah. So, you also part of the Knights of Columbus, and so we've got kind of to wrap up our time together. We've got a kind of few questions related to the Knights of Columbus, since they're all big photo about. So first, we'll kind of continue with another fun question. Would you rather stay in during a snow day or let it cold?
I gotta admit, I think the older I get, I'd rather stay in. I'm gonna be binging Netflix.
with all the snow coming
Right,
down.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. So how did you get involved in the Knights of Columbus?
You know, a long time ago. You know, I just came out and helped with the Tootsie Roll Drive, and I knew the money was going to Special Olympics, so. You know, I got involved from early on in late 1980s, and then they kept asking me to be a member, and I grew up in a very small town, and said as long as I can be in the council in that small town, I'll do it.
Awesome. And when was the first time? I'm sure a lot of people know that the Knights have been involved at a lot of our events, but when was the first time that the Knights of Columbus and Special Olympics?
1960, when it all started, they had some of their volunteers come out to Soldier Field, and then they started the Tootsie Roll Drive, I think, the next year in 1969.
Awesome. And now they come to the summer games and a lot of the events as well, right?
Oh yeah. It's a worldwide. You know, there's 1.9 million Knights of Columbus worldwide. And then they hosted the first ever unified football cup in Europe in Rome at their fields that overlooked the Vatican. So it was a really, really cool event.
Awesome. What do you enjoy about getting to know those with ID and be involved in the Knights? What do you enjoy about getting to know those of us with ID and being involved?
Yeah, I think no matter what, all of us have disabilities. Some are visible, some are not. I think what I've always enjoyed is just that it's such a friendship. It's such a a partnership too with the Knights, but I think we all want to get back. I think that's why we're here, is to get back. And you guys have been real leaders in that. And the Knights have to, service over self. It's kind of that.
Awesome. What if someone wants to get involved in the Knights of Columbus? How do they get involved?
The best way is just to go on the website, the Illinois Knights of Columbus, and they can actually sign up online. And then they don't have to necessarily go to a council, but they can also go to their local council. Like today, the Knights of Columbus Wilmington Council is cooking all the burgers for the family tailgate. So
awesome.
Yeah, they would, you just ask them and then they come out and help.
Awesome. Would you wear though? We got two final questions. Would you wear though, with all the wind blowing on the table? Would you wear though to eat a Tootsie Roll or play bocce or play unified bocce with
Well, you got some tough, hard-hitting questions. Can I play bocce while eating a Tootsie Roll?
Yeah, I think you can do that.
I would much rather be out there playing sports with our athletes than eating candy, to be honest. Yeah.
And then second to final question is how can people get involved in Special Olympics?
Yeah, again, I think the easiest way is to go to the website, and they can, certainly Google and www.soill.org and get involved, especially in the regions. That's probably the easiest way to get involved.
And then, like I do with all the guests, final question is talking about inclusion. So, what does inclusion mean?
There's a lot. Inclusion to me just simply means that we are paying attention to all the different people that are out there, and you got to be self-aware and understand where can we have them fit in or have anybody fit in, because nobody likes that feeling of, boy, I was the last one picked at that game, or I was the last one that came to the dance. I think, like the old saying goes, it's like inclusion is making sure everybody's included in the dance, but our athletes are actually the ones that are going to start running the dance, right? And then they will include everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your mentality.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on to talk with Dave Green, President and CEO. Thanks for coming on Inspired.
Well, thanks, Dan. And thanks for all you do, buddy. Your podcasts are unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm honored.
It's a lot of fun. And now this is the second time that you've been on. The first time being in Dublin.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. So thank you for watching our live episode of Meet the Inspired Show live from the Special Olympics Illinois Summer Games. I'm Daniel, founder and host of Special Chronicles. Jose off to compete in bocce, but you can tune into his show live with Jose TV on Facebook. And we hope you've enjoyed all of our live interviews today. Again, want to remind you, specialchronicles.com for links to follow Special Chronicles on social media. Be sure to also subscribe, rate, and review the Special Chronicles podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Special Chronicles. Be sure to also subscribe to our channel on YouTube and sign up for our newsletters so we can bring you exclusive bonus content. Again, specialchronicles.com for links to subscribe and follow. And have a great week. We'll see you next time on the Inspired Show. But again, you can find more podcasts on specialchronicles.com. Until next week, remember, choose to include. Take care.